Good morning, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hello, everyone. This is Faith James. I'm the CEO and founder of the Personal Branding Consultancy, and today we're going to be talking about how to increase your influence. How to increase your influence to increase. So, as you come in, as you join me, as always, I invite you to drop your links, drop your social media links, your website, your business page, whatever you have that you would like uh, to get connected on with other ladies who may be joining this session. And certainly I will join yours as well. Go ahead and drop those links. So, what does it mean to increase your influence? Does anybody know when I say increase your influence? You have a sense of what I'm referring to. If you do, go ahead and comment below as you're dropping your links. So, increasing your influence means this, that the ability to which you can compel or enroll, attract, cause someone else to take the desired action that you would like them to take, that is when you have influence. That it doesn't become a hard kind of forcing pressure, buy my stuff, damn it, buy my stuff. That it's influence, that you have the ability to have a conversation, that you have the ability to open their minds to a new possibility for themselves, that you have the ability to engage them in a conversation of what if they do this thing, what could happen for them in the future down the road 6 months from now, and they come to you willingly with a yes decision. If you are not doing that, most of your conversations, most of your interactions will feel pressure. They're not in flow. It's hard. It's like a tug of war. It's like you're a UFC fighter, right? Trying to get people to engage with you, to engage with your products and or services, to engage in your events, whatever it is that you've got going on. Your influence, when it's fully charged up, is magnetizing your people to you. And when you can be in your influence, when you can magnetize people to you, you will see daily, weekly, monthly deposits in your bank account. So I'll give you an example. I just completed last week my Being the CEO of You 1 day retreat, which was well attended, highly regarded. So many people are like, "Oh my gosh, can I get the replay? Can I see what happened?" And if you would like the replay, even if you didn't attend, you can do that. So it's being the CEO of you.com. That's where you go to get access to the replay of that event. We had so many amazing speakers who showed up and poured into every single person. We had the dean of the business school from Houston University. We had the head leadership consultant from the Chatworth Consulting. We had the head of the program of the Brainful Institute from the Netherlands come and talk about decision making, how the brain works with decision making, because as entrepreneurs, we get to make decisions every single day. So it was wonderful experience. Well done. All glory to God. It was fantastic. Now, your influence is example when I was able to connect with the dean of the business school, who I did not know Dr. Cancola from anywhere. And because of my influence, the way I communicated, the way I positioned, the way I included my vision for what it is that I'm doing at this retreat and why it would be important, necessary, a good value for him to participate. Now, remember, this is a busy man. And to get him to say a yes, invite him into a yes. Good morning, Sandra Beautiful. Invite him into a yes when he doesn't know me from anywhere. That's because my influence is fully charged up. When people see me, when people connect with me, they understand that I'm a woman on a mission and that I am here utilizing, activating my superpowers for good, that I get that life is now, that time is now, that there is no time to waste, that I have people, I have throngs of people, throngs of business owners, entrepreneurs that I get to help stand and be firm in the knowing that their business gets to survive, that they don't get to be one of those statistics that says 1 in 5 businesses fail in the first 5 years. That when I engaged him in that rhetoric, my influence was so up that he said yes, though not knowing me a day in his life. Good morning, beautiful Jennifer. How are you? Yes, Jennifer can attest. Jennifer is one of the speakers who was at the event and is actually one of the board members who will be in our CEO Bootcamp program. So, being able to be in your influence is the most important thing that you get to do, because it's less about, oh, do you have the right process in your program? Do you have the right widgets and gadgets? All those are details, all those are things that get to be sorted out. But if you can't have a conversation with a room, whether it's 20 or 200, and communicate and embody a vision for why they get to do this thing that you are enrolling them in. You're enrolling people in your vision. Before you enroll people in a program, you enroll them in your vision for the world. You enroll them in the vision for this thing. How is this thing that you're doing going to impact the people, the community, the world? So I invite everybody now to think about your business. Think about your business. Think about your brand. Drop some vision statements if you have it, or if you don't have a vision statement, let me help you in this session today. What are you trying to do? What's your business? What's your brand? Absolutely. What's your vision? What's your brand? What is your desire? What are you trying to accomplish through the end of this year? Do you have your goals, your SMART goals, right? Your specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound goals set in writing. Oh, by the way, not just up here. Your brain is not a garbage heap to dump stuff, dump ideas, dump thoughts. We get to write them down. I have so many journals that I use, but I want to also encourage you to that I have. This specifically is my journal to do intentions for my business. Nothing else gets written here. No notes from phone calls, no nothing. 000. This one is my gratitude journal. The only thing I write in here is I'm so happy and grateful now for. And I go through, and the pro tip on this is what happened yesterday. So it gets you to be present to your life, because if you're just doing that, I'm so happy and grateful for my life, my health, my family, right? Those are universal things. You can always write those. There's no issue with that. But when you're saying, I'm so grateful for my conversation yesterday with, I'm so grateful for a connected conversation with the woman who just won the McLaren business in the UK, and we get to do these next few things that came out of that conversation. When you're present to your life and you're remembering the specific moments, because this is what happens, sometimes we forget how good we are, that we're creating magic along the way, but because our lying eyes are so trained to only look at what's not working, that when you create, and this is what I gave to another one of my clients, and I do this with my clients all the time, to create your FAB, FAB, your FAB file. And you're going to write in that all of the magical things that you have created. So when you look back, and you can even put print out copies of a text or a Facebook message and put them in there, almost like your own personal scrapbook. So you can go back and look and go, wow, yeah, I did do that. Oh my gosh, that did happen. Right? You're putting yourself in remembrance of how awesome you are. Because sometimes we forget, and we get to remember that. We're the child of the Most High God. We do magical things and we get to remember them, because that's how you seep into your influence, right? Because when you carry all of your fabness around, all of the evidence that you're doing magical things, that you're using your superpowers for good, you walk into a room knowing that you're bad to the bone. I was on a Clubhouse the other day, and it was such a fascinating topic. The room was titled, Is Arrogance Good or Bad? And this is, again, what I want to talk to you about, your influence. You know who was in that room? It was a gentleman, Joey, who ran a $15 million advertising agency. Another gentleman, Mikey, who was he's a PhD clinical psychologist, and I believe his name was Mike, former president of NBC. That's who I'm in the room with, having these philosophical differences about, is arrogance good or bad? And I posited that arrogance is neither good nor bad, it's neutral. It's the intention with which you come to it. So sometimes, ladies, queens, we shy away because we think, I'm not going to say too much because then they're going to think I'm a know-it-all. But are you showing up and are you speaking into it because you know that you have information that will help maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 people? And if you hide and you keep that to yourself and you play small, then as Marianne Williamson says, your playing small does not serve the world. Your playing small is basically a smack in the face to God, because he's the one who gave you your gifting and your anointing, oh by the way. And so when you hide and you shriek back and you don't use your influence, right? Moses tried to do that. Moses tried to go like, oh, the stutter, I don't really have the words. The king, he's like this influencer. I can't talk to no celebrity. And God said, who, Moses, made your tongue? There is no problem that's too big for me. Go do what I asked you to do. When you stand in that knowing that you have the gifting, the anointing on your life, that this thing that you're doing, this brand that you're building, God caused you to do that. And you step forth into it and say, this is why my practice is absolutely necessary and required for your company right now. Leota, I love you. Can I tell you that you're probably now like the 10th person this week? I received that, Leota. I accept it. Leota said, I thought you were Oprah. I receive that with all of my being, because you know what Oprah says her mission is? To be a source of sweet inspiration. And when I do my Brand Momentum morning shows in the morning, I say it's your daily dose of vitamin I. It's your vitamin I, because we get to start off our day the right way. We get to start off our day with just being the fullness and the possibility that today is a good day. It's a day that the Lord made, and we will rejoice and be exceedingly glad in it. And we are daughters of the King. Of course we have influence. Of course we do. And we get to walk around like we know it. So the intention, queens, my loves, is when you check in with yourself, what's the motivation for showing up? What's the motivation, Leota, for being here now? It's that you have some superpowers that you would like to share. And as you're sharing your superpowers, you are not causing harm to anyone. So we take the doctor's creed, right? The do no harm. When you're showing up and you're saying, yes, I am great at helping entrepreneurs to systemize their processes because you're the baddest project manager in town, your intention is for good. You're not out there rumoring and gossiping and talking about other people and say, oh, that other company, blah, 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 I'm better than them. Then your intention is for bad. And we always say we use our superpowers for good. So never confuse shyness or humility for one thing. All of that is disobedience to God. Let me just come with the truth, with the fullness of it. When you have an anointing, you have a superpower, you have a gift. You can do balayage like nobody's business, honey. You can cut a good Farrah cut and some highlights like nobody's business. And you don't say that. You don't get on your Facebook Lives and do case studies and show clients who've come in with just one flat color, and especially now we're living on Zoom, we're Zooming like nobody's business. You get to have some definition in your color because you're now living in this sort of two-dimensional, one-dimensional world. You get to pop and be seen. And you don't tell the people that you are queen of balayage because you think, oh, you don't want to be too much because people are going to think you're bragging. That is disobedience to God, because God gave you that gift. And he said, go use your superpowers for good. Go use your gifting and your anointing to multiply and go make my people look bad to the bone. And you don't do it because you think you're being humble, because you care more about what the people in the street have to say about you than what God says about you. You can find the best opportunities when it comes to real estate investing. You can close a deal in under a week because your connections are that strong, right? Because your influence is that strong. You know lenders in every single state. You know appraisers in every single state. You have taken the time to curate a list of Better Business A+ rated resources when it comes to home ownership. And you don't go tell the people that you have that reset influence, because I have spent the past year, making one-to-one connections, actually vetting these contractors myself, so you can trust that this list is good. Homeowners, you're out there, you deserve the American dream. You get to have your piece of the pie, but you get to be safe while you're doing it. If you'd like to have a copy of my, A plus vetted list, go ahead and click. You don't do that because the other people in the street, the other people on the corner, gonna look at her. She thinks she's so bougie. Oh, she has a list. Oh, she has a click funnel. Oh, she's got systems. Like, look at her. She's just so show. And you care more about the people in the street than what God says about you. That is not using your influence. All you get to do is just check in with your motivation. Are you doing it for good? Are you doing it because you believe that there's so many people out there getting hoodwinked in the real estate industry that because they don't know the processes and they don't know the steps, they're falling prey, falling victim, and you have the answer, my love, and you don't tell the people, and you don't show up on your Facebook Live, and you don't send that email because you're worried that Karen's going to unsubscribe. My love, I'm telling you, you're putting the focus on the wrong thing. Let Karen go, because Karen was not your person in the first place. Let her unsubscribe. Make more room for the people that God's going to send to you. Your influence, right? When you can stand and be so solidly in your vision of what it is that you're doing, of why your product and your service is now, why you are the best at what you do, and you know it. Here's how you can check in and see if you really know it. Morgan, I love that. Morgan says, this has been calling to me since I was 18. Morgan, my love, hear me very loud and clear. Your time is now. You are not here on accident. There are no coincidences. You get to come into the crew of yes and people. This is why the CEO Bootcamp and Mastermind is next level, nothing like it. Who here has their own board of directors? Who here has assembled experts in all areas of business and business development that you get to week to week meet with, and they give you strategies and tips and resources to move your business forward? Or you're just there circling the drain by yourself, lonely and tired of being tired of being tired. Shawa, thank you. She says, I've never checked in with myself before. Thank you. This is Pearl of Wisdom. It is my pleasure. It is the gifting of God. I am here to do a work. Let me tell you guys, I have booked myself every Thursday, 11:15 from now till the end of the year on this calendar. This is how serious I take this thing that I get to do. Because I am not okay with 1 in 5 businesses fail. Why? We're in the United States of America. We're in the greatest country on earth. We have so many resources. My Rolodex is thick of people who know their stuff. That all we get to do is bring them together to help you, because what you don't know them, so you get to struggle. You get to stay at the back of the line because you're not friends with the dean of the business school. Guess what? You come with me, you get to now have the dean of the business school on your business. We're just making it happen. I'm just determined. I'm just resolved. It gets to be done. There's no reason for it. You get what I'm saying? There's no reason for it. Why we have to struggle? Why do some businesses have to fail? Why? It's not okay for me. It's just not okay. It's the casualty of the nope, ma'am. It is not okay. So absolutely check in. If you know you have a gifting, you get to show up. And you get to show up, though, fully in the influence. So what does that look like for you? That when you're communicating, you're not hemming and hawing, you're not umming and stuttering and fumbling and mumbling. Here's one pro tip. Your branded bio, this is something that I do with all of my platinum clients. You get to have a branded bio. You get to also have your branded intro. So the bio then becomes, when you're making a collab request or you're trying to connect with somebody and they say, sure, do you have a bio? Do you have a media kit? Ladies, how many of you entrepreneurs on here have a media kit already ready to go? One of my hashtags, favorite hashtag, build a stay ready brand so you never have to get ready. If right now the opportunity comes to you where somebody says, you know what, we're looking for, Shalwa, tell me please what line of work you're in, your industry. Sandra, your industry. Leota, your industry. If somebody comes up and says, you know what, we're doing an extravaganza at 1, the very exclusive uh, resort in South Beach. We had somebody from blank industry fall out from the breakout sessions. We would like to have you, because we know that you are right, fully equipped and ready in your industry to fill that slot. Are you ready? Do you have a media kit that you can send those people right now to look at what it is that you do, your connections, your social media, your articles, etc.? Okay. Yes. So we had someone from the empowerment breakout room. They had an emergency. They couldn't go. Go ahead and send us your media kit, your bio. We're going to be looking at 3 potential people, and we'll make a decision on who gets that slot. And it'll be free to you since they've already paid. And they said, gift it to someone else. Are you ready for that? Shawa, there's a new art exhibit down in South Beach. They're looking for up and coming artists to feature. They're looking for up and coming craftspeople to really showcase, because right now, given where we are with the pandemic, we're really broadening what we're really looking for in terms of art, and we're looking to portray a more inclusive expression of our work. We're looking at 3 to 4 purveyors of art. Go ahead and send me your media kit. Go ahead and send me your bio. We're looking at them today, and we're making a decision on who gets to have that slot at the art exhibit. Shalwa, my love, are you ready? So this is why Oprah says there's no such thing as luck. No such thing as luck. Preparedness meeting the moment of opportunity. Preparedness meeting the moment of opportunity. Hear me say to you, build a stay ready brand so you never have to get ready. If somebody knocks on my door right now and say, you know what? We were going to have somebody do branding and empowerment for female entrepreneurs down at the BB&T. Their plane is delayed. They're actually in a snowstorm. They're not going to get here. Are you able to fill it? All I'm going to say to that person is, hold on, let me get my shoes. Do you see me? I stay ready. This is what I want inspiration dropping into you so you get that. Because what did God already tell us? We know not the time nor the hour. We kick back in our PJs like we know, oh, well, nobody's going to call me today. Nobody's going to say, oh, jump on a live with me and let's do this thing. So I'm just not ready. You must stay ready. Keisha, you're funny. Keisha's like, boom. Yes, yes. Ladies, this is the calling. This is the now. The time is now. Life is now. It is right now. It is not tomorrow. I think I was sharing with Sandra that last year I was making plans with my husband's like, you know what, when we get in our new house here, we're going to bring my dad down from Atlanta because he was in assisted living. It's like, we're going to bring him down here. Now he's going to be in Florida. The weather's nice. We'll be able to take him to the beach. He'll be with us. He'll love it. My dad died from COVID last May 5th. So a total shock to my system. Thinking I had all kinds of time. And your time is now. Your time is now. Don't wait. Oh, I'll do it next month. I'll get my business sorted out next year. I'm going to wait. Now, you say yes now and you figure out the details later. You have seen, I am sure of it, Steve Harvey's video where he talks about jump. Just jump. Because the time is now. The time is not promised to not a one man nor not one woman. And we get to be now. We get to be in completion energy. We get to be in forward momentum because the time is now. I was talking to one of my colleagues and she was saying she was reading the journal and it was talking about how for the future generation, so let's think about our young adults and our children, that because of the pandemic and the way the economy is right now, that for them it is going to be a catastrophic experience when it comes to the economy and opportunities, etc. And we get to show up for them. We get to show up and say, no, that is not okay. So that is the brand that she's building. That is the brand that we're building. So she herself is a millennial and saying, no, it's not okay. Just like I'm taking a stand and saying, no, it is not okay that 1 in 5 businesses fail when we live in the greatest country on the earth, when we have so many millionaires, billionaires, people with resources, access, knowledge. Why? Why do they get to fail? Why? Thank you, beautifuls. I appreciate that. Keisha, I thank you. And Shalwa, thank you. But it's just the point, right? I'm telling you, oh, I'm making all these plans. Are we going to do? God said, you do not know the time nor the hour. Stay ready. If you ladies have not read Who Moved My Cheese, go get that book. If you have it, read it again. It's my all-time favorite book. Stay ready. This is why I have this energy about me, because you don't know. I'm going to tell you about the importance of influence and showing up and just saying yes, even when, listen, where there's a will, there's a way. Even when we try to tell ourselves, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have the time, that's just a devil in your ears making all kind of noise, a cacophony of crap telling you, oh, say you're busy, can't do it. I am in two year-long mastermind programs. I'm doing a leadership program and I'm doing an entrepreneur profitability. So 4, plus I have 1 to start. When I see a mentor that's doing what I want to do and they're doing it and doing it well, I go sit at their feet. I don't care if I get to watch a replay until I can free up some time. I say yes and I figure out the schedule after. Because I'm demonstrating, I'm showing to God that yes, when you send your people in front of me, I'm not going to lick a gift horse in the mouth. I'm not going to act like I don't know it's you giving me what I need to move me forward. Acting like I don't know you and you alone are God. Acting like I don't know that you said be still and know that I'm God. So when I sit you down and say this is the next move, act like you know and move. So ladies, I love you so much. My time is coming to a close. I've got 2 minutes. So here are your action items. I have a free Facebook group. It's called the Savvy Branders Tribe. The Savvy Branders Tribe. Why is that doing that? Okay. Let's see. Did that go? Yeah. Let me do that over. I don't like that. It's the Savvy Branders Tribe on Facebook. I would love for you to come and connect with me. That's my free group where we do all sorts of amazing things. Monday, it's Momentum Monday. Wednesdays, it is Work It Wednesday. And Fridays, it's Follow Friday. You get the opportunity to drop all your links, connect with the people, do just show up and connect. So there's a link there to the Savvy Branders Tribe. If you know that you get to have this opportunity that I'm talking about in the CEO Bootcamp to, for once and for all, get the level of support that you need, that you're not going to find anyplace else. I'm just telling you, you will get a lot of videos and a lot of courses and go with God and figure it out on your own. But you get in the CEO Bootcamp, you get to work with me Monday through Friday. So every single day you get to work with me. Every single week you get to work with the board of directors. Every single week you get to work with the coaches who are going to be coming in and doing master classes on varying topics. Every week we get to be in the CEO roundup where you get to be held accountable. Talk to me about what you said you were going to do this week and then what you do. You get to work with me every single day. You get to put down $250 to secure your seat, and we get on the phone and make a payment plan if that's what's required. But you don't get to make excuses anymore and say, no, because listen, we're all busy. But leaders make time. It's not about if you have the time, you make the time. Oh, Pamela. Pamela says, I'm in the middle of two trainings as well. I also have a mentor now because it is a time and this is a year. Thank you for the incredible support. Absolutely. It's this year. I said last year, 2020 was like the year of like the controlled burn. You could even say it was kind of out of control, right? The entire world was burning. This year, it's the regrowth, the rebirth. You know, when you do a forest burn, it's because they want to get rid of all of the dead leaves and all of the dead grass and then make room for the rebirth. Let 2021 be your year of the rebirth. Come hang with me in the Savvy Branders Tribe. Go click on the link in the show notes, CEO boot camp, and let's figure this thing out. Don't let money be the reasons why you are not at the front of the line saying yes to yourself, yes to being the CEO of you, yes to increasing your influence to the point where you can just go connect with people that don't know you and they say yes. Because here's what happened after that too with the dean. I reached back out to him. I said, thank you so much. Your session was wonderful. Would you be open to doing another free, just a free 1 hour masterclass? And he said, on pricing strategies. And he said, absolutely. So not only did I get this dean of the business school, who I don't know from anywhere, to say yes because my influence was so strong, and I get to show you how to build your influence, how to stand in that between just your words and the way that you communicate and how you posture your vision and how you communicate what is it that you are up to in the world. I asked him to do this masterclass and he said, yeah. He said, sure, on one condition. Do you know what the condition was? I just dropped the link to the free masterclass. Go ahead and sign up for that. That's the wait list for when I actually put the list out. He said, I'll do it on one condition, that I get to have you do a consult session with me for my brand. Okay, Dean, I think I can manage that. None of this happens without having influence. None of this happens without building your leadership. None of this happens without really being solidly grounded in how you show up. And so that's what you get to learn to do. There's going to be tons and tons of role playing, because what I know to be true is you go to several conferences and you take a bazillion notes and you leave and you do nothing with it. So while you're in the 6-week CEO boot camp, you get to role play. So you think like Shark Tank when you show up for the board of directors. You're like, hi board, my name is Pamela, and I am the CEO and founder of. This has been my activity for this week. This is my big ask is this. I'm looking to increase my reach internationally. What are your ideas for helping me to do that? And the entire board lean in and give you things to go do. It's magical. So connect with me. I love you guys so much. Thank you for allowing me space to be vulnerable and share. I wasn't even planning on sharing that with my dad, and it just totally overcame me. So thank you. I love you, and I will see you guys next week. Bye for now.